good day so far. Today we'll be doing our grade Today we'll be doing our grade 1 English lesson on plural nouns. And before we start, we're going to log on to aplusstudents.ca. Once we've logged on to aplusstudents.ca with our username as well as our password, and then we're going to select the subject of English language arts. Grade 1. And then we're going to scroll down up until we get to the chapter of plural nouns. All right, so we said that our chapter is plural nouns. Our subject is English language arts, grade 1. And our lessons that we are going to be focusing on under the chapter of plural nouns is regular plurals, select the word that matches the picture, and to form regular plurals with S and ES. All right, so when it comes to regular plurals, right? And then, or plural nouns, let's call it like that. And then in our previous lesson, we spoke about nouns, right? And we said nouns, it names a person, it names a place, it names an animal, and it even names a thing, right? So that is our nouns. So now they're saying, now our lesson is plural nouns, right? And we're gonna find out what singular means and what plural means. So when it comes to plural nouns, right, then plural means more than, anything that is two or more, right? That is that is plural, right? Anything that is two or more, we call that plural, right? So we have one of something, which is singular, and then we have two or more of something, and we call that plural, right? And remember, we said when it's plural nouns, then we specifically making mention of things like people, places, things, animals, right? Those are nouns. And a noun, right, it names a person, like we said, an animal, it names a place, and it names a thing. So you can then add an is or you can add an es to most of our nouns to show that there is more than one person, more than one animal, more than one place, or even more than one thing, right? All right. And we said a thing, right? And if we make an example of plural nouns, right, that either ends in s or ends in es, and we're also going to find out what the difference is, right, when a noun ends in an s or in an es. For example, apple, right? Apple is a thing, and if we make mention of one apple, then it is just apple, right? But if we make mention of more than one, then we can say apples and we added an S. So which means that if a word like a noun ends with an E, then all we do is we add, so if a noun ends with an E, like for example, apple, then we add an S, right? To that word to make that word more, all right? Because it's one apple. But as soon as we add the S, and then we are making mention of something that is more than. So now it becomes more than one apple. And the same with bus, right? As you can see, bus ends with an S. And we said we can either add S or we can add ES. And in this case, when it comes to like bus, then with bus, if we want to show that there's more than one bus, and then we add another, we add ES, and then it means that there are buses. There can be two buses, three buses, four buses, and so on. So one bus, two, three, four, a lot of buses, right? One apple, two, four, 10, a box of apples, right? So that is what we call plural. Plural means that there is more than, right? Plural means there's two or more of something. Plural means there's two or more people, two or more animals, two or more places, two or more things, right? And that is what we call plural. And that is why we say plural nouns. It means that there is more than one of the person, the animal, the place, or the thing. But now we also have some nouns, right, that end in Y. So if there's a word like that ends in Y, like for example, baby. If a noun ends in Y, like baby, right? If we want to show that there's more than one baby, right, then it means that we are going to drop the Y, right? And then we are going to add IES to show that there is more than one baby, for example. So if we drop the Y, we remove the Y, then it means that we have now added the I, E, and S, and then it is more than one baby, meaning it is babies. It's the same with family. As you can see, family ends in a Y, right? Remember we said that we drop the Y, we add IES, and if we put those words together, and then it is families, right? So it shows plural nouns. It shows that there is more than one, or it shows that there's two or more of those things. Two or more people, two or more animals, two or more places, as well as two or more things. All right. So now we're going to aplusstudents.ca, and we are going to do our tutorial lesson as well as our test. All right, so now we're going to aplusstudents.ca, and we said our chapter is plural nouns. And the first lesson that we're going to go into is regular plurals. We're going to select the word that matches the picture. All right, so it says which word matches the picture. And before we go to the picture, right, we're going to first go over our explanation as to once again what plural nouns are. So we see that a noun, it names a person, a noun, it names an animal, a place, or it even names a thing, right? And you can add either is, es, or es to most nouns to show that there is more than one person, more than one animal, place, or thing. And we made an example of apples. Here we have one apple, like we can see, right? But if we want to make mention of more than one apple, right, to make mention of plural noun, and then we say one apple, but then we say one, two apples. And all we did was we added an is to show that there is more than one apple. And if we look at the word bus, right, there's one bus. And the plural noun, right, which shows that there's more than one bus, then it's one, two, three buses. So one bus, but three buses. And we added an ES like we did over there. That is why they say we must either add S or ES. All right, and we said that if we have a noun that ends with a Y, right? We say that if nouns end in Y, then we can drop the Y and add IES to show that there is more than one, right? For example, baby, there's one baby. But as soon as we see that there's more than one baby, right? So there's one baby, but as soon as we see that there's two, right, then we say babies. So it means that we dropped the Y and we added IES, and that is babies. All right. So now we're going to do our activity. It says, which word matches the picture? If you look at this picture in front of you, right, like on the screen, if you see this picture, you need to say which word matches the picture that you can see. So now the question is, what do we see? What do we see in front of us? The picture. What is this? All right, and if we look at that picture, right, then we can say it is a flower. Only one flower. All right, so flower. It's one flower. If there was more than one flower, then we would have added an S to that word by saying flowers. But we only see that there's one flower, right? There isn't more than one flower. All right, so now we need to look at the picture, right? And which word matches the picture? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What animal do we see here in front of us? What animal do we see on the screen? The animal that we see on the screen. We usually have them for bacon. So this is a pig, right? But now if we count all of them, then we say there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there are 10, right? Do we say 10 pig or 10 pigs? Right? So we added an S to show that there are 10 pigs. It is plural. One pig, 10 pigs, two pigs. We need to look at these pictures that we see in front of us, right? There's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 of it. right? And we can then say this is a hat, right? But since there is one, two, three, four, five, six of it, then we can say there are six hats, and we add an S to it to show that there's more than one. All right, so we see that there are six hats, and it ended with an S to show that there's more than one, right? All right, so now we're going to our test, right? Where we're going to, with regular plurals, where we're going to select the word that matches the picture. Yes, so pigs is correct with an S. Lovely. Pigs is correct. All right, so we are going to now say which word matches the picture, right? Do we see one car or do we see cars? There are one, two, three, four, five, six. Do we say six car or do we say six cars? Which one is correct? All right, and if we were to choose the correct one, we will say that this is cars with an S, right? Because there is more than one car. There are six cars. And then if we look at this picture, there's one, two, three, right? Do we say three bag or three bags? Which one is the correct one? Three bag or three bags? So do we say three bag or do we say three bags? Right? So we say three bags with an S. Now we need to say which word matches the picture. If we look at this picture, do we have toys or do we have toy? Do we have one toy or do we have toys? Yes, bags is correct. Well done. Yes. So we only see one in front of us, right? Which means that we will say it is one toy. Yes, well done. One toy is correct. Unless we see more than one, then we say with an S. But it's only one toy, which is toy, T-O-Y, without the S. Which word matches the picture? There we have two of those. Do we say two trucks or do we say two truck? Two trucks or two truck? Yes, and if we were to write the correct one, then we would say there's one, two. So we say trucks. And it ends with an S because it shows that it is plural, right? So trucks. So well done. Trucks is correct. Well done. Then we have one of this item. We need to match the word with the picture. Do we say there's one pants, one pan? So I say one pan, or do we see that there's more than one pan, which is pans in front of us? All right, and if we were to choose the correct one, yes, well done. There's only one pan, right? Which means that it is singular. Singular. Think of being single, but singular. We need to match the words with the picture. We have one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Do we say seven shoe or seven shoes? Yes, so if we look at this picture, then we can say it is shoes, right? Specifically because we can count it. We say there's one, two, three, four, five, six, seven shoes. And there's different kinds of shoes, right? For different size. So shoes, stating that there's more than one shoe, shoes. So well done. If we look at the picture, right, what do we see? Do we say pig or do we say pigs? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do we say there are 10 pigs or 10 pig? 10 pigs or 10 pig? So do we say pigs or pig? All right, so we can then say, since there's more than one, since there are 10, right? So we can say it is pigs. Yes, well done. Pigs is correct. Great job. That is correct. Well done. We now need to say which word matches the picture. If we look at this thing, is this a fence or is it just a fan? One fan or fans? Which one is the correct word? All right, and if we were to choose the correct one, then we would say it is a fan. It's only one fan, right? So well done. All right, so that is plural nouns, right? We said plural nouns are basically nouns that names a person, a place, an animal, or a thing. But plural nouns refers to more than one noun, more than one place, person, animal, or thing, right? And when it comes to a noun, and then we add s or we add es to our word to show that there's more than one of that, right? All right, so now let's go to a plus classes.ca. Right, so we're going to a plus classes.ca. Then you'll get the screen that you see in front of me. Then we go to learning materials over here on the top right. We have home assignments class. Let's go to learning materials, right? All right, so we once we are within A plus classes, and then we go to reading, and then we're going to scroll down right down up until we get our four beautiful purple boxes. So once you are here by these four beautiful purple boxes, we're going to the third one, which is read aloud read along audiobooks. All right, so we are going into it. All right, and if once we go into the audiobooks, we're gonna have to choose a book to read, right? And if we are going to choose a book to read, we can say Gifts for Mom. So, Gift for Mom.
Gifts for Mom by Natalia Garcia Hernandez.
All right.
Grandma and I made some gifts for Mom. We colored some pictures using my favorite color crayons. Then Grandma helped me fold the picture into a fan. Mom is going to like it. Then Grandma helped me fold the picture into a fan. Mom is going to like it. When we were done coloring, we went outside to make some flowers for Mom. I wore an old shirt to keep paint off my clothes. Grandma showed me how to do it, and then I started painting the petals. Mom is going to like it. The gifts are ready. Grandma and I had so much fun, and now we are ready to give them to Mom. Surprise, Mom! Grandma and I made these gifts for you with love.
All right, so that is basically our story, right? And that story is basically about gifts for mom and somebody making gifts for the grandma for their mom, right? And being excited because the mom is going to be happy, right? So that is the reading books. Remember, when it comes to the reading books, all you do is you go to a plus classes.ca. All right. So before we even continue and close our lesson, we did plural nouns today, and we said a noun, it names a person, it names a place, it names a thing, and names an animal, right? And we said plural means, or plural noun means, that there is more than one person, more than one place, more than one animal, or more than one thing, right? That is what it means when they say there is a plural noun. It means that there is more than one person, more than one place, more than one thing, or more than one animal, and we call it plural nouns. We made an example of an apple, and if we have one apple, then it's apple, but as soon as we have more than one apple, then it's apples. So it's either an S or ES is being added to those words, right? And when it comes also to, for example, bus and buses, with bus or buses, we added an ES. Remember, we said that we're either going to add an S or ES, right? So an ES was then added, and now we either have it as buses. All right. So that is our lesson on plural nouns. Plural nouns refers to there being more than one person, more than one place, more than one animal, or more than one thing, right? So that is plural nouns. All right, so that is the end of our lesson on plural nouns. Thank you very much, grade ones, for joining the class and for interacting. And I really hope you're going to have a good day further. Goodbye.